All right, we are going to get a check-in here with breaking news. Police giving us an update from Two Rivers about missing Elijah Vue.
Listening in. Your unwavering concern and support for Elijah has been greatly appreciated by all of us. Today we're holding this press briefing to provide you updates in regards to the search for Elijah Vue. Since the moment that we took the call on February 20th of this year for Elijah Vue being missing, Elijah has been our top priority and will remain our top priority. Because we are committed to open and honest communication with our community, we are holding this press briefing. Chief Ben Meinert of the Two Rivers Police Department will be sharing important updates with you all. Meinert's last name is spelled Meinert. We will not be taking any questioning during or following the press briefing because we are already sharing all of the information that we are able to provide to you at this time. There will be a packet available for you containing the information that Chief will be sharing, and I will provide that to you following the press briefing.
Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Unique, and today I bring you a story out of Wisconsin. Residents of Wisconsin are referred to as Wisconsinites. The traditional prominence of references to dairy farming and cheesemaking in Wisconsin's rural economy, which led to the nickname of cheeseheads, and to the creation of cheesehead hats. Numerous ethnic festivals are held throughout Wisconsin to celebrate the heritage of its citizens. Such festivals include Summerfest, Oktoberfest, Polish Fest, Festa Italiana, and many others. 3-year-old Elijah Vue, missing for 7 months, was found deceased in Wisconsin. His mother, Katrina Bauer, and her boyfriend, Jesse Vang, faced child abuse charges. Investigators are probing the circumstances of his death, with many questions remaining about how he died and the timeline of events leading to his disappearance. The tragic case of Elijah Vue highlights the alarming circumstances surrounding his disappearance and subsequent death, raising questions about the care he received. Investigators are now focused on understanding the details leading to his tragic fate. Elijah Vue was last seen under questionable circumstances with his mother's boyfriend, Jesse Vang, who allegedly employed harsh disciplinary measures. This raises concerns about the child's safety during his stay. The investigation into Elijah's disappearance involved extensive search efforts by local and federal authorities, employing various tactics across air, land, and water. This highlights the community's commitment to finding the missing child. Both Katrina Bauer and Jesse Vang were charged with child abuse during the ongoing investigation. This illustrates the severe implications of the alleged abusive environment surrounding Elijah. Katrina Bauer faces severe charges of child neglect and possible imprisonment for leaving her children unattended in dangerous situations. The case highlights grave concerns regarding the safety of young children under her care. This is Elijah Vue's story. On February 20, 2024, authorities received a call to report a missing child who was Elijah Vue. Elijah was staying with a caregiver named Jesse Vang. Jesse stated that he had fallen asleep while watching the 3-year-old, and when he woke up, the child was gone. Elijah's mother, Katrina Bauer, had sent 3-year-old Elijah to stay with Jesse for disciplinary measures for more than a week to correct the child's bad behaviors. She was aware of the tactics used and the lack of care provided. Police said Bauer explained that Vang was the one who enforced rules, and she wanted him to teach Elijah how to be a man. Vang told authorities that Elijah was afraid of him, and the boy was disciplined using timeouts, including being forced to stand for 1 to 3 hours and requiring him to pray at times, documents reveal.
Last Saturday, Sheriff Hartwig called me immediately upon learning his deputies were responding to investigate a report of skeletal remains found by someone in the town of Two Rivers. With night falling near, the entire area was secured, while a variety of resources were gathered to investigate. Ultimately, a forensic anthropologist with the Wisconsin State Crime Laboratories was able to confirm a skull and bones as human remains. On Sunday, my staff assisted the Manitowoc County Sheriff's Office Department of Justice, Division of Criminal Investigation, and the Wisconsin Crime Lab with recovery of those remains and any associated evidence. The intentions of our team were to first notify family of the discovery and then alert the public. Prior to that, however, reports went out on social media and other platforms, some of which were false and most of which had yet to be confirmed. While we do feel it's important to share information with the public, our first priority is Elijah and the integrity of the investigation, as well as communication with the family. These are the facts that I can share. The remains were found on private property by a person getting his land ready for the hunting season. This land was not on Manitou Girl Scout camp property, but rather a thick wooded area with heavy underbrush, just to the north of Manitou. This location is just over 3 miles northwest of where he originally was reported missing. This area had been searched several times, as had been reported, by law enforcement searches, by private searches, by the landowner, by air, and with various search and rescue teams. Despite all those previous efforts and throughout different conditions and changing seasons, we continued searching and even had continued searches scheduled as early as next week. The remains found by the hunter and recovered by law enforcement were taken to the Wisconsin Crime Lab for DNA testing to identify the person. It is with a heavy heart that I announce to you today those remains were identified as Elijah Vue. With that news and following this briefing, the Amber Alert will be canceled.
Search techniques utilized in the area may have played a crucial role in the discovery of remains. The effectiveness of these searches significantly relies on the experience of those conducting them. Environmental factors, such as animal activity, can significantly affect the condition of remains over time. Understanding how these factors may have influenced the scene is vital for investigators. The investigation into the remains is being led by the Wisconsin Department of Justice. They aim to determine the time of death and the condition of the remains to support the case. The investigation into Elijah's death has transitioned from a missing person case to a death investigation, which raises questions about potential homicide. The authorities are being cautious with their terminology and do not want to disclose too much too early. The investigation strategy involves pitting suspects against each other to uncover inconsistencies in their stories. This technique can reveal hidden truths about the child's disappearance. The discovery of the child's remains significantly shifts the investigation. It creates new opportunities for evidence collection and can prompt suspects to change their narratives. A blanket found miles away from the body may provide key evidence linking the mother and boyfriend to the crime. Analyzing the locations of both items will be crucial in the investigation. The ongoing investigation into Elijah's disappearance raises many unanswered questions about the circumstances surrounding his death and the individuals involved. Authorities are being cautious, possibly withholding information to protect the integrity of the investigation. Bauer's alleged actions include sending her children to a boot camp for discipline, which raises serious concerns about her parenting methods. This approach aims to instill fear in the children. Bauer's mother publicly defends her actions while expressing concern for her grandson, indicating a complex family dynamic. This adds further complexity to the ongoing investigation and legal proceedings. The discovery of human remains near where Elijah went missing adds a tragic layer to the case, resulting in public outcry and increased scrutiny on Bauer's actions. Investigators are working diligently to piece together the timeline. The investigation into Elijah's death has raised many unanswered questions, particularly regarding the cause of death and the circumstances surrounding the discovery of his remains. Experts highlight the challenges in determining these factors after such a lengthy time since he went missing.
Although we understand your desire for information, we can't share every detail, and we must maintain the integrity of the investigation. We know the family and the community has a lot of a lot of questions. This is a process that will take a great deal of time, and we'll do everything we can in this investigation to answer those questions. Going forward, we'll continue to share updates provided from DCI and the Manitowoc County DA. We will receive them, and we will continue to be your sole source of accurate information. Now that we know the location of where Elijah was located off Christy Bob Lane and Manitou Drive, we ask that anybody with any information, if you haven't previously provided it or you think it may be useful in this investigation, to please contact law enforcement. Again, my assistant chief will provide you with the information on how to do so if you can. And again, thank you all for being here.
The wording used by investigators during the press conference indicates a careful approach, highlighting the importance of not jumping to conclusions about the cause of death. This reflects the sensitivity of the situation. The reluctance of investigators to answer questions suggests they may possess evidence that could implicate specific individuals, including Elijah's mother and her boyfriend. This indicates a complex and ongoing investigation. Charges of child abuse against Elijah's mother and her boyfriend underline a troubling history that could be connected to his tragic end. The community seeks justice and answers regarding the circumstances of his death. Investigations into a child's disappearance focus on the dynamics between the mother and boyfriend. Their interrogation may reveal critical details that could lead to accountability for the child's fate. There is speculation that Elijah may not have died immediately, suggesting potential involvement from others over time. This highlights the complexity of the case and the various factors at play. The recent press conference focused more on locating the body than on revealing new information about the investigation. This lack of details leaves the public in the dark regarding crucial aspects of the case. Despite the discovery of remains, critical details like cause and time of death remain undisclosed. Investigators might be strategically holding back information to avoid compromising the case. Let's recap Elijah's timeline as we know it so far. It all started during the Thanksgiving holiday, when Mother Katrina found herself grappling with her son Elijah's behavioral issues while seeking guidance from her boyfriend Jesse. Discussions turned concerning when Katrina expressed her desire for Jesse to teach little Elijah how to be a man. As they navigated their relationship, the lines between love and neglect began to blur. In January 2024, Katrina says that was the first time Elijah stayed at Jesse's apartment, and in February 2024 was the longest time Elijah stayed without her, and that's when a troubling pattern started to emerge. When law enforcement reviewed the couple's cell phones, it revealed a chilling exchange that would change everything. On February 13, 2024, it is believed just hours before tragedy struck, Katrina and Jesse's conversation took a sinister turn. Jesse texted Katrina that when she arrived, she wouldn't be allowed to see Elijah and that he would be placed in the bathroom while they engaged in their intimate plans. Instead, Jesse placed Elijah on the couch in the living room. Even more disturbing was mentions of another child, a young girl with autism, referred to as child victim 2. In the messages, Katrina noted that she was going to leave the female child in the car, further highlighting a concerning pattern of neglect. On February 14 at 3:13 a.m., a picture was taken of revealed the unthinkable. Elijah was laying down on the bed blindfolded with what appeared to be bruising on the left side of his neck and jawline as well as on his upper arm. Katrina confirmed that she had taken those pictures and then deleted it around 4:12 a.m. The heartbreaking reality began to unfold. As police investigated, disturbing messages continued to reveal a toxic relationship between Jesse and the vulnerable child. Police were asking residents in Two Rivers and the surrounding counties to check security or dashcam video dating back from 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. February 19 that might include images of a beige 1997 Nissan Altima, with Wisconsin plates and a registration beginning with the letter A. Elijah is described as having sandy blonde hair and brown eyes, and may have been carrying a red and white plaid blanket, and a month later the blanket was found only 3 miles northwest from where Elijah had been reported missing. It was tested and confirmed to be Elijah's. Then on February 20, 2024, That's when Jesse called just before 11 a.m. and reported Elijah missing. Elijah's mother, Katrina Bauer, was charged with being a party to the crime of neglecting a child neglect, as well as 2 counts of obstructing an officer, and Jesse Vang was charged with child neglect. Now that Elijah's remains have been found and confirmed, I'm pretty sure that the charges will be upgraded as the investigation continues. This heart-wrenching case serves as a wake-up call for all of us. It underscores the importance of awareness and advocacy for children trapped in harmful situations. We must protect the innocent and ensure that no child suffers in silence. Join me next time as we continue to shed light on stories that demand our attention and action. Let me know your thoughts on this story. Please don't forget to show your support, as researching and bringing you these stories takes time and effort. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share. Thank you for watching, and until next time, I'm sending you love and light. Please be safe out there.